Sorry.
Welcome to Seven Dooms for Sandpoint, Chapter 3, Whistles in the Dark, Episode 26. While I fix a window, would somebody like to do a recap?
Hell yeah, we fought a lot of goblins, man. We like they attacked us and we fought and there was like a fuck ton of them, and just when we thought we had the upper hand, more of them came in. Okay, all right, you dick. Okay. The bigger you make me, the louder I'm going to be. Anyway, so yeah, more came in with some like demon rat things. And we killed all of them. And during that fight, I think a giant lizard thing leapt out of like a pit where it was being held and fed, apparently. And that's pretty much it. It sounds like a little, but it was a lot.
It was an entire session of combat. And there was a lot going on. I think at one point there were over 20 combatants on it. It's like in Baldur's Gate 3 when the top it has so many enemy combatants that you have to click the next button to see who the rest of them are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was intense.
The initiative order was a nightmare.
But where we are now, it is after the battle. This music is a little too jovial for
Lumi almost died.
Yeah, Lumi almost died. Natalin used an aura effect that was able to provide healing to many folks. For some reason, it's doing. Don't freeze on me now.
It's not. Just keep going. Pretend like you don't notice it.
No, it was my owlbear. I couldn't move anything.
Okay.
Every once in a while, my Chrome will freeze, and I have a weird way I have to do to undo it. Anyway, there are approximately 8, 9. I deleted all the bodies. I should have left them there invisible. There are about 10 dead goblins strewn about, 9 dead goblins strewn about, and 4 dead goblin dogs. Although that number is a little bit smaller because Cruncher, the hodag, the giant lizard there, gobbled a few of them. But there are a few bodies lying around the floor, or pieces of bodies. There's lots of blood, and it's the aftermath of the battle. You guys really didn't have a chance to do anything. At the end of the battle, after gobbling down the last of the gobos, Cruncher moved to this far corner here and sort of curled up and is just sort of licking his wounds, licking her wounds, and
It's a she.
Oh, it's a she, Cruncher.
It's
As a reminder, she has at least 2 or 3 broken halves of spears, with the spearhead still sticking in her. There's probably a good 6 to 8 inches of the handle sticking out. She's looking at those wounds and a few other pierce marks. She's generally speaking not in great condition, though even in not great conditions, she still looks like she held her own in that fight, paying no attention to any of you, only gobbling gobos. So it is the aftermath. I will just, as a refresher, remind you the space that you are in. You are in D5. Pro tip: if you're using Owlbear Rodeo, use the text tool to create the map locations and hide them from your players so you can quickly see what the map references are. It is so much easier to know instead of having to compare to a map. But anyway,
exactly what I do.
The room you are in is all of the stone walls in this room are decorated in a mix of bones, broken weapons, tattered tapestries, and bits of junk. There's that large throne in the northern section of the room that has a very dead, very charred goblin body in it. And then the cave that Cruncher came from, on that section of wall to the right of it are several bloody spears, presumably ones used to keep Cruncher in line. What would you all like to do?
When Lumi comes back to consciousness, aroused by the healing magics washing over her from Natalin, she'll get up from prone and immediately kind of like pause mid get up as she realizes there's a massive beast in the corner, the Cruncher that's sitting there licking its wounds, being not hostile. She's has her hand over her one of her star knives that's on the ground, and in that brief little moment, can I make a recall knowledge action against this creature to know what Lumi knows about this kind of thing? And she looks up and down its form.
Yeah.
Cross-referencing with all the stories and things that she knows.
Absolutely.
I still have out my sword. In case anybody was curious.
I wasn't. That's okay.
It's okay. Maybe Tamiko was.
While Lumi is trying to remember things, I know Natalin would be trying to cautiously approach the creature.
I think I would hold out a hand until I know what the thing is. Okay, so recall knowledge. I can use my esoteric lore on this because this is a creature.
It is.
And I have my Tome Initiate feat, gives me +1. So I get a huge, whopping bonus on this. That's going to be a total of 20.
Okay.
Man.
I'm tempted to use a domain die in this, but that's okay.
No, that is sufficient.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For the DC.
Nice.
This creature is called a hodag. More often than not, hodags are creatures that many people think only exist in myth and folklore. Pretty common in a remote location like Sandpoint that loggers or hunters will claim to have been attacked by hodags as these sort of mysterious creatures of legend, but they are very real. In fact, not at all uncommon. I wouldn't say like you would see a bunch of them, but not unusual, I guess, to see them in a place like the Devil's Platter. They're obviously reptilian, roughly the size of a small bull. They are typically I'm realizing most of what I'm describing here that you're uncovering is that it's physical appearance, which you can tell just by looking at it.
You know from the past that it's green.
Hey Jake, Hawkmere just gave you 10 dice.
Oh,
Holy
Fuck
shit.
you.
well, thank you,
Hawkmere.
Hawkmere. And
Thank you.
listen,
and
let's
fuck
not draw attention to the fact that those dice are for me, but that Hawkmere has generously donated 10 subs to the community. That's the important thing.
Thank you, Hawkmere.
But it has also generously identified the fact that my
Agent of Chaos.
dice were getting kind of low. So I need to change my bonus number. Let's just fix that real quick. Just so we're accurate, to properly reflect those 10 community subs that Hawkmere has so generously gifted. Hodags, I think they're a large lizard, so they are higher up on the food chain. They're excellent hunters. Okay, here's something that you wouldn't know just by looking at it, and to reward your success a little bit more. In the wintertime, when snow and ice blankets a region, hodags grow a foul-smelling coat of greasy dark brown fur that sprouts in tufts from between their scales. A typical hodag measures 10 feet long from snout to tail and weighs upward of 700 pounds. Yeah, they're ambush hunters. Wild animals. More community subs offsetting Hawkmere's gift.
God. Wow. Dude.
You guys are doing anything to keep yourself in the numbers.
Yeah, damn right. Hey,
Yeah.
while Jake handles all of this shit on his end, why don't you check us out on redbubble.com? At redbubble.com, we got all kinds of great logos, like the one I'm wearing, the one Tamiko is wearing, and all kinds of other great stuff. You can get those logos on t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, mugs, stickers, postcards, pillows, notebooks, etc. All kinds of cool stuff. There's almost always a deal on redbubble.com, especially if it's your first time shopping. So check us out, redbubble.com. Just search Mini Terrain Domain.
So in terms of fantastical elements of the creature, it is overall quite mundane, large.
Yeah, it's a non-magical creature.
Awesome. I don't have to worry about like petrifying breath or whatever.
Nope. Very mundane. Very large and dangerous. As you've witnessed firsthand.
Yes, I think that Lumi would hold out a hand, like not like touching you, Natalie, but just gesturing, like, be careful. That thing is a ferocious hodag. Those teeth and claws could, as we saw, rip anything apart. As you indicate that you're wanting to step towards it.
It is a creature, and it is in distress.
Who knows what it'll do? Just be careful.
I lean to Millie and I
give it
say,
space.
I didn't even think those things were real.
Lumi will back up into the corner here, slumping herself against the wall as she deals with her own wounds.
I've heard
Plucking
stories
bolts.
about them. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I certainly wasn't expecting a big lizard in our hole. You're welcome. And it sure does look like those gobbles have been mistreating her.
She definitely
moves here.
She definitely looks as though she's been badly mistreated. Her eyes are roomy, caked with gunk. It looks like it's enough that she's probably relying extensively on sense of hearing and smell more than sight. A very mistreated creature.
We need to help it.
I'm gonna assume somewhere by me there is a goblin body since we killed so many.
Yep.
I'm gonna pick it up, and I'm gonna see if I can get it to maybe track it, I'm gonna try and feed this lizard a goblin body.
Yes. Yes, do it. Peace offering.
Sun's getting real low, big fella.
Easy there.
It shrinks and turns into a small normal lizard instead of a big green one.
So doing the straight up like Chris Pratt, like
Yeah,
crouching
Yes.
low,
Yes.
approaching cautiously.
Oh.
That's
That's good or
middle
bad?
board.
You see, as you start swinging this goblin around, this dead goblin, you see Cruncher's head lift up and kind of tilt a little bit, and you see the nose sort of nostrils flaring and smelling, and you see the lizard tongue sort of flicking out and tasting the air as it takes a moment, and then it hones on in your general direction, and then you just see it sort of licking its lips. It moves like it wants to get up, and then it's suddenly favoring one of its forepaws or claws, I should say.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I'm gonna try and like dog treat this fucking goblin over to this lizard. Ugh.
Let's just see. Let's see. The numbers go here. Oh, yeah. With a 19 on the die, the goblin sails across the room, and it's a nothing but net. Cruncher opens her mouth, closes her mouth, and the goblin's gone.
Oh my god.
While the creature is distracted by eating the offering, what is it? Some of you might notice Millie wiggles her fingers a little bit. A slight cooling mist kind of gently settles over the wounded limb of the creature. And I am casting my cantrip spout. Oh, I guess water comes up from the ground with this,
Okay.
and just kind of forms a pool underneath him. Nope, not spout. That wasn't it. It's rousing splash. Okay, so it is. It's a gentle mist that's going to trickle lightly down onto his head, and he's going to gain 3d4 temporary hit points.
I imagine, Millie, as you're casting this spell, you like start doing this the incantations, and water starts bubbling from the floor. You're like, oh, wrong one.
Oh, wait.
Whoopsie doodles, wrong spell.
So you were directing that towards Cruncher?
Yeah, 3d4, what is it? So a light mist, and he's going to get 3d4 temporary hit points.
Nice.
She...
Go ahead and roll the hit points.
Dice. Uh, 11.
Hey, that's a hell of a
So
roll.
she does seem to perk up and sort of tentatively test that paw, but you can see that her eyes are still messed up, and she's still got spears sticking out of her. Whoever would like to, if you would like to attempt to non-magically treat wounds, you would simply do a medicine check. It would require approaching.
A higher DC or the normie DC, Jacob?
It's a DC 20.
Before I go closer over there, I would kind of like look over my shoulder from where I'm standing, and I look at Lumi. I'm like, "Are you all right?"
Lumi is bandaging herself, like pulling. Not just she got her like medicine kit out. She's like unstaking like the crossbow bolts that are like nastily lodged themselves in her calf and whatever. And she's like doing first aid on herself and So basically every 10 minutes of downtime that we're doing here, I get to make another treat wounds roll on myself. So just Jake, I guess, for housekeeping, let me know how many I get, based on whatever everyone else is doing.
For right now,
that's what Lumi's going to be doing.
For right now, we're in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah. So, I did my first roll for treat wounds, and I got 14 hit points back.
Which, remind me, if you know offhand, which is the one that removes your wounded level?
This treat wounds that I'm doing
okay.
right now. Yeah. So I'll be no longer wounded, and I'll be getting back 14 hit points.
We'll need to remember that when I fix the. Actually, I might be able to do it now that I think about it. Let me temporarily turn yours on. I'm going to turn that wounded level off, and then I'll turn it back off. There we go.
And Velynia, what you can see as you're looking back at Lumi, she is like not taking her eyes off of that hodag in the corner. Like she's like dressing her wounds, and she keeps like looking up or like not letting it out of her sight. She's kind of like wedged herself into that far corner.
Lumi,
back against the wall.
You would notice
sitting against the wall.
You would notice, Lumi, that. Excuse me. That as various of you are speaking to one another or talking, Cruncher is moving her head in the direction of whoever's speaking. And just sort of tilting her head, almost like a dog. A very large, scaly dog. But anytime anybody speaks, Cruncher's head kind of moves in that direction and is either listening or responding to the noise.
So I think Velynia can see that Lumi's freaked out, and so she kind of like was gonna go over there and check on this lizard thing without saying anything or confirming with Lumi at all. I think Velynia just sort of like steps back a couple of steps and stands there and like between Lumi and this thing, just stands there.
Above the table, I'm ass at medicine. But I will help somebody.
Lumi is really good at medicine.
I am great at
well,
medicine.
you're goblin sized. You probably should not.
Yeah, I'm great at medicine, but I am absolute shit at survival, which I assume is the animal handling.
There is no animal handling check involved. It is a medicine check.
To rip spears out of this thing.
Yeah, but like to okay. Keep the creature calmed. It's
all right. Here's what happens.
Make an impression.
Millie pulls a room temperature hot pocket out of her
a tepid pocket
out of her apron pocket.
First.
And starts doing one of these. Oh, Lizzie. Oh, is that good girl? Do you want a pastry? A pastry treat?
Cruncher is sniffing.
Millie's gonna start approaching, but my cat is not. My cat's not having this. We're kind of moving together though, even still.
I will have had acquired another goblin body.
Oh my god.
As backup. I've got plenty to choose from here. You got plenty to work with here.
It looks like the nature skill is associated with animal handling.
Oh,
in this game.
Damned.
Thanks.
However,
that's so helpful now that I'm approaching.
It's like it is crunch.
So, as you approach with this bit of food, Cruncher's head sort of lifts up. And she turns and she listens and she tastes the air. And her head lowers just a little bit, sort of in the direction of this treat you're offering out.
Tasty pork pocket.
And I would like you to roll. I know this is going to sound weird, but I would like you to roll a diplomacy, make an impression check.
Oh my god, it's sentient.
And I'm going to give you a +2 circumstance bonus for the pastry.
Because of the hot
For the
pocket.
pastry.
It's a pastry bonus.
All right.
Naturally, I'm shocked it was just
You
a
get-
+2.
You
say
get the
it was
hot
plus
pocket bonus.
2?
+2.
Okay.
+2 is pretty much a standard,
Come on,
like,
baby.
advantage versus disadvantage in Pathfinder.
That
It sounds
is
like a
a
crit.
16 plus 15. That's 31.
Oh god! Lizard Whisperer.
As you approach, and I do believe you are within 5 feet,
Damn.
Cruncher's
Thought I
head
was further than that. That's why I stopped there.
Cruncher's head moves forward, but Cruncher's head moves forward slowly. And
Oh.
she tastes the air, and then her tongue sort of flicks around where you're holding this. You do feel her tongue as it sort of goes under your hand and across the pastry.
Oh, that's slobbery.
And you even feel that sort of hot air as she exhales out her nose. It's sort of in sort of a and just sort of lowers her head back down, disinterested in your treat.
No.
She does not want my Trito?
She seems to not be interested in your tasty treat.
She might be full. I mean, freaking plate mail over there has been feeding her goblins like it's his job.
She
It's
does.
also cooked. It's not raw.
She does give a slight, almost whimpering sound as she turns her head and sort of makes a feeble snap towards one of the spears sticking out of her that she can't quite reach, and takes a couple snaps at it, and then kind of lowers her head back down.
Oh, here you go. Let Mama Millie take a look at that.
You know the thing where dogs do when they put their head on the floor, but their eyes are watching you? That's what
Oh,
Cruncher is
yeah, with
doing
the
right
eyebrows. Oh.
now. Yeah, Cruncher is absolutely head down, but watching you.
Did
So
Lumi
you're saying that
discover
the
anything
Hodag-
about the body
Just-
language of the Hodags?
So you're saying that the Hodag evolved eyebrows to communicate expressive emotions to humans, despite not being into. This is interesting. Lumi, make
I
sure
did
that
not
that's
say anything
synthesizing.
about eyebrows. I just said that it's looking up at you.
Sorry.
Somebody else
All
said
right, that
That
eyebrows.
was an ad lib. That was me. Sorry.
You said that a medicine check would be a DC 20?
DC 20 medicine check.
All right.
You do have 58
Yeah,
domain
I'll
dice.
use the die.
I also said I was helping
Nice.
in any way that I
Alright.
could.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got
So
some
you
kind of
could
bonus.
you'll get a +2 bonus.
I still wouldn't have made it. What is it? I've got
Oops.
a plus 11. So that is going to be a 26. And with Icselo's help, that would become a 28 math.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thanks.
not quite a critical success.
But not the failure it was before either.
So what are you doing to tend to Cruncher?
Millie's what is it? Millie's got a what is it? Some of her bandages and salves out. And she's going to what is it? She's going to try to she's going to try to pull out the spear.
Yeah, if I'm helping, maybe I'm pulling the spear out, and you're like gonna
Yes,
like.
please. I'm still
Distracted.
in
All
noodle.
right, so
I've still got noodle
Icselo
arms.
Ixelo's pulling at the spears while Millie is treating the roomy eyes.
Sure. Millie's distracting the head while while Ixelo's doing the thing.
Make me a Ixelo, make me a nature check. For what do they call it in here? Command an animal. You're not really commanding it, but you're dealing with the animal. So just make a basic animal check, nature.
Make a critter check.
I have no modifier. 17 on the die.
Oh!
The DC
Very
is
good.
16.
Oh, Christ.
So you are working in concert with Millie. You're able to find the right moments to dislodge these 3 spearheads. There's only one point where, as a reflexive action, Cruncher jerks her head away from you, Millie, and snaps her jaws shut inches from your face, Icselo.
Oof.
And then sort of snorts in your direction, and then sort of sniffs at the spearhead that you've removed and settles back down. Throughout the course of this 10 minutes, you're able to remove all of the embedded spearheads, treating those wounds.
It's 10 more HP.
You're able to successfully treat Cruncher's vision and roomy eyes and clean those up. And
you have like giant wet wipes for animals.
You are
Like, all right.
You are confident that with the healing you have applied, after 8 hours of rest, Cruncher will be back to full strength, losing the enfeebled condition.
Nice.
While you are sort of wrapping up on this, Millie, to a lesser extent, Icselo, but Millie, I think as you're sort of finishing up, you find that Cruncher's head is sort of bumping up against your leg and bumping under your hands. And Icselo, her tail sort of lazily wraps around one of your legs. Not tightly, just sort of in the same way a cat might.
We've gained a friend.
Who's cutting
You're
out?
just a big good girl. Yes, you are.
Rub some of the dirt and shit off her. One of the, standard just full body just taps.
Like with a big dog where he's
Yeah,
whap,
just
whap, whap.
good girl.
I'm wondering. I don't remember.
Well, now she's got to do the shake, right? Like the.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't have anything added on here. I will change it after this game, but just imagine that the red ring around Cruncher's token is now green.
Oh,
Aw.
it's not an enemy anymore.
We got the green light. Woohoo.
Yeah.
You have made enough successful attempts at making an impression, medicine, and animal handling that Cruncher is now considered an ally.
Oh. We did
Specifically imprinting a little bit on Millie.
Oh. How's things going over
Monte
there?
Cristo's over there by Velynia going like this.
I lean down and I scritch Monte Cristo right there. I'm like, I'm sure she hasn't forgotten you, boy. How's things going over there?
Oh, this lizard's just a big old softy. Just needed a little fixing up. I don't know where home is, but hopefully it's not far away.
Well, are we going to release it, or? I mean, what if it goes berserk? What if it goes into the town and decides it's hungry again?
Well, I've lived in Sandpoint my whole life, and I know absolutely nothing about these things, nor have I seen them. Should be alright.
Maybe this is his home and the Gabos just came and were the invaders themselves.
Well, I would think it probably has a little bit of trauma from this place now. Should we take it with us? Should we take? And Velynia kind of like leans over to peek over Millie's shoulder and goes, "Should we take her with us?"
She is lifting her head, and now you can see that with her eyes that she's looking right at you. And when you say take her with us, she kind of almost looks to Millie like somebody just suggested, do you want to go for a walk?
Oh, Jesus.
We gotta rattle some chainmail and be like, do you want to go out? Do you want to go for a ride?
You can't say the word. You have to spell it.
Oh my god. Well, what do you think?
Well, I really don't know what to do here. I don't think it's a good idea to take home wild animals, because they have to live and be wild. It's part of the balance of nature.
We could take her to the hinterlands. We could release her on the way back to the farm.
Well,
I mean, the farmers... What was the name of the farm again, Jake?
The Trennel Farm. Don't
The
freak
Trennel
out.
Farm.
well, I mean, it could
The
go
Trennel
one of
Farm.
either way. The farmers could adopt her, which would be fantastic, or
Hey.
she could eat all of their livestock, which would be less fantastic.
I mean, it didn't seem to want to eat us. It does seem to want to eat goblins. And she seems... And I kind of like look questioningly at myself, what I'm about to say. I'm like, she seems halfway intelligent. She could probably be trained. And they do need all the protection they can get. I'm sure they would take wonderful care of her.
Well, you raise a very good point, Velynia, and I suppose we could always ask.
Right. And if they say no, if they don't like the idea or they don't want her, we take her out to the hinterlands. Let her go out there somewhere. I mean, unless anybody has a better idea.
None of you are allowed to tell my daughter about this.
Sorry.
Why? What would happen, plate mail? I'm sure she's very well behaved.
Incredibly.
And Velynia has like a sly smile. She thinks you're being defensive and dodgy.
I am being defensive.
I know. She sees right through your bullshit. Like, I'm sure. Well, mum's the word.
Well, Jacob, I've got a question for you.
Sure.
Does it seem like because scale is what it is in the Owlbear Rodeo, would it even seem like we could get this lizard out of this door and then up the ladders?
The
There's
goblins
some
got it in
logistical
here
things.
somehow.
Like a mouse, or it can
Now, keep in mind,
form its shape.
while it is a large-sized creature, it's not a 10-foot diameter circle. It's a 10-foot-long creature, roughly the size of a bull. It is a lizard that has climbing capabilities. So, presumably, it might be a tight squeeze through some doors, but it can make it through.
I mean, realistically, we might get it out of the hole, and it might just take off.
Yes, like a bird. Perhaps.
Or a lizard.
I haven't caught many lizards in my life. Very well. Shall we... Millie, perhaps you're better at leading it. Seems to have a fondness for you.
Natalin, you've been awful quiet all this time, and you too, Lumi. How are you doing?
Lumi's pissed over Monte Cristo, and I think half of it is because Lumi wants a little bit of a security blanket, and half of it is because she wants a little small cat to be like off of the ground and away from the appetite of this massive creature. I think that she's just kind of still quite leery in the back, watching this thing, and she's still just tending to her wounds, but she's all bandaged up now. Just a little bit of scrapes that she's left uncovered. And you ask her like what she thinks, right? And she'll just chime up again. I think we should let it be. Nurse it to health.
And then leave it down here to starve.
I'm sure
No.
it'll find its way around.
I think if it wants to follow us, we let it. But we should not try to tame it or keep it. Once it is better and able to make it on its own, we should let it do that. This is a creature and it needs to be itself. It needs to be allowed to be itself.
That's fair. Less of a risk. Makes sense. At the very least, I think we should get it to the mouth of the pit. Let it make its own decision from there.
I agree.
Well, Millie, you think you can kind of get her moving?
Millie does the thing where you bend over and you slap your thighs.
Go side. Go side.
I
go
I
side.
Does it jump up and go and like
I do wonder if we should maybe try to find a different way out, knowing that that room is all trapped and there's no way of getting this creature through there without potentially setting off other ones.
As Millie has sort of patted her thighs and sort of got her attention, Cruncher does sort of pop up, turn into 360, and then kind of
Start sleeping.
winds around this post, and between Millie and Icselo, it does do a little bit of a shoulder check against you, Millie. Maybe just enough to knock you staggered, to the side, just a half step. And it does, with the other step, it does the same thing to you, Icselo. Just sort of affectionately brushing against you. And then it is starting to move around the room. It stops short, sniffing in the general direction of the pit where it was kept. And then what is her speed? I assume her speed's a little bit okay. She is going to just kind of moving around the room here. She moves in closer towards you, Velynia, sniffing a bit, and then she stops and lifts her head, tongue tasting the air. You hear a low growl as she turns, and you actually see her eyes turn red, Lumi, as she's looking right at you. And she gets low into a stalking pattern or stance and begins to move in your direction.
Lumi's beginning to fumble with
I
the secret door that she knows is behind her, trying to, in the same fashion as the goblin trying to hastily open it. She's like trying to open the secret door as well, trying to find the whatever pressure mechanism is there. She's kind of like pasted herself to the wall.
Oh no!
And she's like, guys, she says as she's like holding her star knife in one hand against the cave wall, and she's like trying to pry open the door.
Lumi,
drop.
Lumi, make me.
Like, as it approaches,
No.
Make me a search check, which I think if you're searching, it's just
Perception?
a perception
This
check.
is like that scene in Alien.
yeah, the xenomorph in my face. All right.
Yes.
That's a critical success for a total of 30. That's a natural 20.
Hey.
Okay, give me 1 second. So I need to switch these.
My entire plan is to hop through the door and close it from the other side. Put the door
Reasonable.
between Lumi
I
and
would-
the monster.
Also like to prepare a spell and start casting it as I see the thing prowl towards Lumi. I want to
Lumi,
Oh, hello!
you push open the
No,
door
no,
and you
no.
move immediately into. Give me a second to clean this up here. This is turning into a mess.
I love
You
how it's just
immediately
physically labeled secret door.
back into the arms of Gerlunk at the same time that Cruncher leaps towards you. You see claws and jaws as Cruncher lashes out.
Able to close the door in time? Ruh-roh.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Give me 1 second. Where did that one go? I wasn't quite ready for that. That is exactly what Cruncher needed. As with a 4 on the die, Cruncher gets a 21. As Cruncher is going to basically almost, you're small enough, Lumi, that Cruncher moves in through this door head and sort of shoulders, stepping without stepping on you, and you hear the jaws clamp down and you hear the screams of Gerlunk
Oh.
as that's gonna be that's a 34 to hit
Oh.
and a 26 to hit. The 34 is a critical hit. So what all of you see is Lumi back in, Cruncher kind of lunge forward. You hear the crunching, and you hear and see. You hear a scream. You see a spray of blood, and then Cruncher,
for sure. Yes.
Cruncher backs out of the hole. And for a moment, none of you see Lumi, and then you do see goblin legs hanging out of Cruncher's mouth as she goes and swallows the goblin down, and you see Gerlunk's what did he have? A dog slicer clatter to the ground. He had been hiding behind this door, listening in on your conversations. I was not
Millie
expecting.
also sits down, like, as that happens, because she thought that their new friend just ate the fuck out of Lumi.
Yeah, that's kind of the impression I have too. Velynia's like frozen looking at this thing.
Cruncher takes a couple quick, jaunty strides over to Millie and just sort of sits. I can't help. I know it's a lizard, but I keep picturing this thing making dog-like actions.
Oh, it is, of course. It is, of course.
But
so there's only two types of animals out there. There's only cats and dogs.
Yep.
Like birds.
This
like
is a
birds
lizard
or
dog.
Cats?
We
Lizards
can
or
be
dogs?
grateful
Obviously.
that this does not act like a cat.
Yeah, right. Correct.
But you do see, Lumi, that there is a path leading further into the cavern.
Yeah, I think that she's like dropped down and curled up in a little ball, little fetal position. She
yeah.
thought that she was a goner.
Velynia, you can now
Yes.
clearly see that
Yeah.
Lumi,
Oh my
while
God.
cowering, is untouched.
And I would.
She's got
come
like
up
this
and,
like blood splatter that's covered her one side from
oh
the
my God,
eaten
this is
goblin.
horrible. And I think it's
Like-
still kind of just dawning on Velynia that you're okay, because she sees the blood and she assumes you're at least hurt. And she leans down and is like, Lumi, are you all right?
And you actually you'll see it. You'll see her wiggle her toes. You'll see her kind of like move her knees as she's doing like a little 1, 2, 3, checking all of her body parts. You see a little tail flick, and she's like, "I think I'm okay." And she's still like
God.
bundled up in the fetal position.
Water comes crashing down over your
Thank you, Millie.
Oh, I do what I can. Here, let's see.
Listen, that thing is way too dangerous, Lumi says to you pleadingly.
You get 7
Velynia.
temporary hit points and you're clean.
Oh my God. I would say to Lumi, I'm like, I mean, it may well have just saved your life. That goblin was trying to kill us all a few minutes ago. It clearly overlooked you and took it. I think it's the opposite of dangerous. But we won't take it with us. We won't try to train it. We won't. I do think we should make
I
sure
ducked
it
out of
gets
the way in time. If I hadn't opened the door, it would have eaten me, and I just... It's way too dangerous, please. It's
Lumi, you grew up
It's a
in a
wild
church.
monster.
You know what happens to bats that get stuck in a belfry, right? And can't find their way out?
Yeah, they get a little frenzied, and
No.
they try and find their way
It's
out.
Yeah, they try and they try and they try for days and weeks, and then they starve to death, and it's terrible and it's slow. You don't want that to happen to any living thing, do you?
Hey, Jacob, why are you creeping your sausage up on
What
us?
the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck is that ferret doing?
Velynia, as you're talking to Lumi,
Notices your sausage.
you
Ooh.
see from around the corner a large megalictus, which is basically like a large ferret or weasel, poke its head around the corner, and just kind of, it's very cartoon-like. It pops up about 4 feet off the ground and kind of looks around the corner at you and Lumi, and it's just watching you.
I like slowly reach my hand down and put my hand on Lumi's shoulder, and Lumi, I think you think Velynia's doing this to like get her point across and like make physical contact, but as soon as she touches you,
Yeah, she's like
he
confused
grabs
why
you
you're
and
touching her.
yoinks you behind her.
Lumi will look at your little scale.
And I still have my sword out, never put it away, and I just kind of would like, psst, I want to try to scare this fucker back down into his hole.
You're just making a psst sound.
Go on, get. Yeah. Scat you.
So, weasels and stoats and all those things are pretty small.
Yeah.
This thing is like the size of a dog.
Jesus God.
Another dog.
And it is
Like a wiener or a corgi?
well,
Or like
it's
bigger?
it's like a weasel, so it'd be
A
like a
husky.
wiener dog. No,
Obviously.
it's this thing is actually it's probably it's considered a medium creature, so I'd say it's like if a wiener dog were the size of a husky.
Big boy.
Mm-hmm.
But
Does
it's
it-
just looking and watching you.
Lumi's got her star knife out.
Great.
She
Like
never actually put
everyone.
it away.
This is quite the wild kingdom down here, it would seem. We've got another creature. And I don't think Velynia knows what this thing is. She's seen weasels. It's like a big weasel. What in the mutual of Omaha is going on down here?
Velynia, from further down the tunnel beyond the Megalictus, you hear,
are you going to just stand there talking amongst yourselves, or are you going to come and introduce yourself?
Is your weasel going to take our hand off?
If Sausage hasn't bitten you yet, he's probably not going to.
And I think Velynia lets loose like a little like. Its name is Sausage.
Have you seen it? It looks like a big furry sausage.
Lumi gives a little snicker.
and then you hear a sharp whistle, similar to what you've been hearing from some of the other goblins in this area, and Sausage disappears behind the corner, pokes his head out for a moment, and then vanishes.
I like look over at Lumi, and then I look kind of beyond Lumi. I'm like, everyone, I think we're being summoned. And I lean further. I lean further into the cavern here, and I'm like, I think it's their leader.
Lumi was about to say. Lumi was about to say, I think I'll hang back, and then she kind of like looks behind her and sees the giant lizard that is Cruncher, and she's like, okay.
Sounds great. Let's go. Yep. We're going. We're moving. I hope people are coming. Sweet Jesus.
Okay, stay. Millie's only gonna go this far for now.
That's fair. Keep an eye both ways.
So that Cruncher can still in eye line.
Icselo, Natalin.
I think I'm good.
You're gonna stay there with
out there like, I'm guarding the door.
I've had entirely enough goblin slaughter for one lifetime. Thank you.
There's too many doors for me to just go there.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay in the like antechamber here.
That's reasonable.
Okay.
And I'll go down into the uncle chamber.
Stop.
Velynia,
in the cousin chamber.
Velynia and Lumi, you enter into a what looks like a workshop. It's kind of musty smelling. You see on that western wall in the southwestern corner, there's some workbenches. It is cluttered with animal parts. There's barrels and crates to the south, a ratty looking pile of furs that Sausage is laying on. There's a wood carving of on the wall of some sort of overly muscular goblin that is sort of looming over the furs. And just below the carving is a lever, and it's exactly where you think it is. Looking at the bench, and this is where you see a goblin hunched over, working on various things on this bench. Specifically on the bench, you see a giant bat's head, a giant rat's body and tail, several sizable spider legs, and 2 large scorpion pincers. And this goblin has a large bone needle and thread, and is sewing these pieces together.
Was it you who's making all the racket outside?
I suppose you could call it that. Who are you?
I take it you dispatched Gerlunk and those other fools.
They tried to kill us. Terribly sorry.
Yes. They're working for Monargle. They are. She has control of all the Whistlefang's minds, you see. She writes their names on pieces of paper and she puts them in her hat. That's how she keeps control of their minds, but she doesn't have Tunch's name in her hat. She does not. I am safe in here. I am working on something, you see. I am something of a master taxidermist.
What did you say this person's name was? It controls their minds.
Person. A witch. A goblin witch by the name of Minagle. She has mind-controlled many of the Whistlefang goblins, and they do her bidding further on that way. You know,
Jesus.
I'm creating this creature as a way to deal with Minagle. I seem to have run into a bit of a problem. You see, I'm really good at putting things together and reassembling and mixing and matching of the parts and such. As I said, I'm a master taxidermist. But I don't exactly know how to bring it to life. You wouldn't happen to have that magical ability, would you? I would pay you for your services, of course.
I kind of like look at Lumi with like this guy's batshit look in my eyes, and I would just like, yeah, sorry,
Lumi about to be like, oh, it's to bring the dead back to life. All you have to do is bring about, like the. Do you see that she's about to just info dump on like whatever required magically speaking to bring things back to life, and then she just like she sees this stern look on your face, and she goes, "Oh,
wait a minute. What am I thinking? There's you, and the little one behind you, and I see somebody else lurking back there in the passage. And presumably you've left others of your group out
I'm not lurking. I'm just making sure if you're a friend or a foe or a neutral first before I come in, because the lizard might come in and eat you, and that would be unfortunate if you're a neutral or a friendly.
Well, friend or foe remains to be seen. Minagle hasn't written your names down on parchment and put them in her hat, has she?
Can't say that she has. We haven't even met her. Do you know where she is?
I could tell you where she is, but perhaps you could find her. I'll tell you where to find her, yes? I mean, you'll have to be careful, because she is batshit crazy. It's perhaps... I think it might be from all the literal bat shit on her head. She has this annoying little bat familiar. She goes whistle down or whistle crap or some nonsense. I don't remember. But I'll tell you where to find her, yes? You and your friends, you go to her and you kill her. Okay? And if you do that, I will reward you. Yes, Tunch will reward you with a magical bug. I do have a magical bug that I can give you, and
bug.
I can see the idea of a magical bug is not as alluring to you. I will give it to you, but I will tell you where you can find the magic. Yes. Magic from when the star fell to Earth. Yes. Here.
Where?
In these... I'm not going to tell you that until you bring me Minagle's head.
I mean, you could give us a little now. I mean, what's to stop us from giving Minagle your name?
I have a
Punch.
question for you really quick, Mr. Master Taxidermist.
Punch.
So
what
polite.
were you
Punch.
planning to make the hodag into?
I was not, per se, planning to do anything with the hodag. It was still alive, you see. Should it have succumbed to the tortures of Gerlank and his mind-controlled goblins? Yeah, sure, I would have made the hodag into a living monument to its species. Much like sausage here, someday, sausage won't live forever. And he's in excellent health, beautiful coat, and I will make sure that sausage will live on in perpetuity as a forever friend. But not before his time.
Alrighty then.
Well,
Like, I asked for the information, and I didn't necessarily. I regretted it immediately afterwards.
this was terrible.
Yeah, so what I'm hearing is you're not directly responsible for bringing the hodag in here. The others were, but if anything had happened to it, you would have capitalized on that situation.
You're absolutely correct. I had nothing to do with it, but, yeah, well,
How very true.
listen.
How very true, neutral of you.
What's the Pathfinder insight check?
Sense motive.
If I'm being honest with you, and I'm pretty sure that I am, I would have done the same for you if I had found you dead in those caverns. I would have made sure.
I don't even need to do the insight check. I believe him, man. I believe him. Like,
How very
after he
comforting.
added that bit, like, yeah, that tracks. This guy's.
You.
And he kind of takes a step forward, and you see that Tunch has been wearing these sort of like I call them artificer goggles, but like the things for magnifying his eyes. So his eyes are big and round, and he kind of flips up the magnifier goggles, takes just a step closer and looks at you, Velynia, and he says,
Yes. Had you perished, I would have ensured you were a lasting monument. You are striking.
That's it. That's it.
Look!
Back up.
It's
And
the
I
worst
put my blade
compliment.
out, just like not super threateningly, but like I'm setting a boundary.
Ah,
Back up.
yes. I see. With an attitude like that, and steel at your beck and call, Menargle will not stand a chance for you and your minions. Yes, I assume you are their leader.
No. No. Where is she? We will. I believe we can kill her. Then we'll get whatever bugs or old magics you may have. Yes? Is that a deal?
Yes, you will have to ensure that she is dead, and then you will bring me her head. Or if you leave her head, bring me her whole body.
Ugh. We'll bring you something. Just. Where is she?
If you go into the room you just came from, in the northeast corner of the room, you will find the door. That door will take you towards the shrine where Menargle makes her home. She does keep several whistlefangs at her beck and call.
How many is several? 5, 10?
It's hard to tell if she sent them out for food to acquire other subjects or creatures. There could be anywhere from 4 to 10 goblins in there.
40-10 goblins.
40.
But if
Oh God, no. Well, we killed a good number of them. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Did he specify which door it was?
Northeast.
Northeast.
Okay, thanks.
Very well. Any other nuggets of
well,
information? Traps? Creatures?
I mean, if you do encounter the other whistle fangs, there's one among them who leads them. He calls himself Rooster.
Rooster.
He's still beholden to Monocle, but the other goblins, they listen to Rooster. If you can subdue Rooster, put him in his place, embarrass him in front of the other goblins. Yes, make him piss his pants or something like that. That'll put him in his place, and the others will they will not attack you. If you can embarrass Rooster, yes, make him lick your boots or something like that.
Is there anything in particular he's afraid of? That you know?
I don't know what he's afraid of, but if your friends are even half as imposing as you are, well, simply your presence might do the trick.
Very well.
I must ask a question of you. If you don't mind. Why are you here? It's been some time since Biggins have made their way into the pit. And, well, we haven't seen any since the Devil's disciples pushed us out of the lower levels. You don't look like disciples.
And I kind of, like, I shrug, and I kind of, like, I look back at Lumi, and then I look back at this guy. I'm like, believe it or not, we were here to save a cow. And Velynia, like, knows that this is not the whole truth, but she's not exactly lying either. And, says, we just happened to come down and check it out. And we found all of your brethren.
Well, let's see. Somebody remind me, which skill is sense motive?
It's just a
Perception versus
Perception.
deception. Yeah.
So I gotta make a deception roll?
No. Well,
Okay.
I mean, you could.
No!
You could, or it would be just against your deception DC.
Well, it's a 10.
But it's got to be higher than that, unless your deception's a
My
0.
deception DC?
Your DC is whatever your skill number is plus 10.
Oh, 20.
Anything can have
Sorry.
a DC by
I don't
adding
know how
10 to
DC
it.
works. I don't do magic stuff, so I never have to deal with that.
It's not just magic. DCs are
Oh,
for
okay.
skill checks
Well, apparently.
across the board.
So,
Um,
so y equals x plus 10.
Thank you. It makes sense now. I have a 20.
Okay.
I'll be damned.
Okay, so Tunch is going to squint his eyes at you.
Okay.
That is a 19 that Tunch gets.
Ooh. Just so close.
And Tunch is going to squint his eyes and choose to believe you.
Amazing.
Good.
I'm going to make a quick roll just to see something. Oh, Tunch.
Touch.
So he accepts your story.
Good. I'd hate to think you'd come down here to deal with that rib nugget.
Oh, well, funny you should mention that. We just, part of checking this place out, we were starting to hear your brethren whisper about Rip Nugget. When we first came in, I believe they intended to feed us to him. Does he live? He's something of a boogeyman up above.
Rip
Does
Nugget.
Monoggle have his name too?
Yes. And does Monoggle have his name? That's the real question.
Wait, does the what have his name? Oh, Monargo.
Whatever her name is. Yeah.
Rip Nugget.
Monoggle.
Rip Nugget is no friend of any of the goblins down here. You were in the throne room. You saw the burned body of Shrilltooth.
Sure.
Rip Nugget's doing. He stormed his way in here a while back, and he seems to have a rather admirable command of fire and flame. But when Shrilltooth stood against Rip Nugget, he burned him in his throne and vanished behind a hidden door, trying to uncover secrets of the pit. Monoggle is trying to appease to Rip Nugget, or perhaps she'll lie to you and tell you that she wishes to pray to the gods for someone to deal with Rip Nugget, so that we may have our homes back again. But no matter, you're here for cow.
Indeed.
Monoggle's a cow. Go get her.
Very well. We shall be back. And I kind of turn to Lumi and I'm like, let's go. And I just start walking back down the...
And I think Luke would be like, what an interesting and eccentric character.
Oh, yes, that's one word for it. It's many words, actually.
She'll round the corner, see Cruncher. Oh, shit.
Well, we have a true neutral down there. Apparently, there's some witch, goblin, bitch up through that door, and I point to... I didn't even notice in the heat of the combat that there was a door there before, but I see it now.
In the northeast corner.
Door. Yep. And I kind of and I shrug, and I'm like, and I think Rip Nugget's down here too. Over that way. And I nod over towards the scorched ass frickin' throne. And so we have a choice to make. Sounds like this witch is trying to appease him. Perhaps if we could...
I've got a feeling that when we run into her, if she's in a speaking mood, she's gonna say she's not overly fond of him either.
Perhaps.
Sounds like there's some feuding going on.
That's Lumi. That's a heck of an idea. Get them to fight each other. Get them to think the other has finally sprung, and then let chaos ensue. Or we take the simple route and simply kill them both ourselves.
More experience points that way.
What? This hermit down there, master taxidermist, seems to think she has some mind control powers. Obviously, I don't believe that, but perhaps there is enough mystique around her that her followers will overestimate themselves.
Let's
She
not use
does
our
have-
actual names for each other around her. Just in case.
Code names then.
Well, you can still call me Lumi, though.
That's your actual name, I hate to tell you.
Well, it's not, but... Don't worry about it.
I don't say anything to that. I am
knew
impressed.
it. It's short for luminescent, like your personality.
So we didn't say before, are we gonna shake down any of these gobbles to see if they
I was
had any
I was
search
actually gonna ask you too if you were gonna shake down the dead bodies.
'Cause
and
the
investigate-
guy on the
Down.
throne-
Well, we're down at least 2 because I did
Yeah,
not search
unfortunately,
them. I just fed 'em.
The
Icselo
barbecue
made a
one though
choice.
was apparently a leader, so
Yes.
he might have something.
Yes. Should search that one at least. He seems to be some kind of higher up.
Gerlunk?
No.
This
The
guy,
The
throne.
scorched one in the
crispy,
throne.
crispy
Girl,
on the
yeah,
top.
The one
Ooh,
sitting on the loo. The one that's on
Crispin
the toilet.
Glover. Yeah,
Crispin Glover.
him. Him.
Smoky.
You can't
I
really
will
give Robin
say-
search because
I will say that I would like you all to make I guess it would be a perception check, because I think that's how the search action works.
I don't want to search. It's gross.
It's not just that. This is going to cover looting the bodies and searching the area in general.
26 for me.
Lumi's
Excuse me.
mind is very distracted. She only gets a 13.
Yeah, just drop some freaking Lumi lore, man.
Millie's not paying attention to nothing.
Too busy
Ooh.
scratching and cruncher.
So
Yeah, Icselo. You're a detective.
I see a 25 for Natalin. That's the only number I'm seeing.
20. Sorry, I didn't put mine in. I just said it out loud. 26 for me.
26 for Velynia. Icselo, what do you
Not
got?
one for a 10.
A 20.
13 for Lumi. so-
13 for Lumi.
Yeah.
Natalin and Lumi and Millie, you're able to find, if you so choose, some items in the pockets of the deceased goblins.
But I failed. So bad.
No, so this wasn't
This was
similar
an
to other
roll.
checks that I'm going to do on this. In
Cool,
this,
yeah. I'll
in
take
this, it's more of a. There's certain, sometimes, not always, there are things that have a DC that if you roll high enough, you'll discover something.
that.
But
Okay.
even at a
I'm
minimum, I'm not one that makes you roll, and if you fail a roll, you don't find anything in their pocket.
You don't see shit.
It's basically the lowest rollers. You're gonna get the thing that was the easiest to find, which is to loot the bodies. Man, I regret the voice I came up with for Tunch.
I'm sorry.
It was in the moment I came up with that voice, and it was wrong.
It happens a few times for me too.
I would like Lumi and I almost called you Coop. Millie, roll 2 D100s. Roll D100 2 times. Keep them as separate numbers.
Ooh, okay.
And tell me what you get.
$24 and 7 is what I got.
Okay.
47 and 84.
Lumi, in one goblin's pockets, you find a darned sock. It is a black sock that has been darned with red yarn. And you hear a jingling, and you find 15 copper coins in there.
Oh shit!
Hey. Better than a sharp stick in the eye.
Dude, that's a whole silver piece.
Yeah. And a half of another one.
You find
We're
in
up to
another
19 copper now. Oh, this is great.
in another goblin's pocket, you pull out a dirty bundle of twine. It's like sort of like a ball of twine, but it's very loosely wrapped. And as you pull it out, the twine ball sort of goes and unravels, and 20 more copper coins fall across the floor.
I'm so rich.
Millie. You find one of them has a piece of string tied around their wrist, and they have taken 4 silver pieces, drilled holes through them, and made a bracelet out of 4 silver coins.
Ooh.
And you find just loose in another goblin's pocket 5 silver coins and
Damn.
a glass marble that looks to have been painted gold.
Oh my god. These are rich ass goblins, dude.
It is not real goblin, or real goblin. It's not real gold.
Not real gold.
But yeah, they've got.
No,
I mean,
it's, what is it? These are
It's like
their
sparkly nail
treasure.
polish that's been put on the marble. Yeah.
Bedazzled.
so Natalin, Icselo, and Velynia. Let's see. You. And to find the stupid. There we go. Interesting.
I love that door is now labeled witch bitch. Perfect.
Which bitch you talking about?
The door on the overlay is labeled witch
Oh.
bitch.
Yeah,
I know.
which
She
bitch?
did it. I watched
Which
her do
bitch?
Who's
bitch?
writing on the map?
I'm not.
That's me.
Oh, I was gonna say, you should have access to add text too.
Oh.
Just with the
nope,
te-
no, I do not.
You
I do not
don't.
have permissions for text. Like, I can make a text box, and as soon as I type into it, it doesn't let me type.
Oh,
So-
I probably
it. Oh, good. That
I probably
handwriting
defaulted
for
to no
character.
permissions
Yes.
to stop
Yeah.
shenanigans.
It's like Lumi's writing on the map. It's perfect.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
that's
like,
fine.
Lumi literally is
Schematic.
like Lumi's drawing on a map of where we've been.
I just assumed maybe
Yes.
somebody didn't know, but Icselo, you were the one that got the 20, right? So as you're looking at behind the throne, you see the 6 bloody spears that were the spears that were used to keep Cruncher in line. You kind of look at where they're leaned against the wall, and a couple of them had gotten knocked to the ground, and kind of dismiss them as goblin junk. But one of them catches your eye, and you realize the goblins probably didn't know what they had. One of these spears is a +1 striking spear.
Whoa!
Hello.
Whoa!
And it's
Damn.
down, and I
It's-
can just
It's just laying on the floor by the pit.
it's like finding money.
Oh shit! I'm gonna look up the stats of a spear. Lumi might actually want that. Spear.
I'm trying to find where is the next list here. Okay.
Nope, she does not want it.
Natalin,
No,
you
thank
got the 25.
Oh.
As you're walking around the room and looking at all of these like various pieces of junk and tapestries and everything, you spot in amidst the goblin's junk. Let me rephrase that. the goblins' treasures, that there are a handful of items that they either knew what they had and they were rightfully keeping them, or they had no idea what they were. One of the things you find is a leather pouch, and when you look inside, you find a bunch of crystal game pieces for a game you're unsure of. But altogether, the game pieces are worth 35 gold.
Holy shit. Making bank, bro.
You also find a... Get this here. A rune stone that is etched with a glamored rune. And finally, you find and this is going to require you to look it up, or not to look it up. Don't look it up. You're gonna have to. Somebody's gonna have to figure out what it is. Spend some time with it. You find a rather ornate-looking ocarina.
Ooh.
Let me just double-check something with it.
Who's finding this now? Is this still
this was Natalin.
or this is Natalin. Oh, that's what I thought. Okay.
You rolled the highest.
I thought so. Just making sure.
This ocarina has a blue finish. And the designs on it are evocative of blowing wind. kind of very appropriate for somebody who's known as the Tempest.
Yes.
But yeah, this is something that will you will need to identify it. Velynia, you specifically mentioned that. Excuse me, I do apologize. Something I eat just keeps repeating. You specifically mentioned, Velynia, in interest in Shrilltooth on the throne.
Yes.
And as you are...
As Icselo and Natalin are finding treasures, I'm sure I'll find something amazing and shiny.
You find the bloated, burned corpse of a goblin. Anything that he was holding, anything in his possession... Anything he was wearing has been either completely destroyed or melded in with his own body fat into this throne. But as you're sort of searching around it, you find sort of tucked in between part of his body and the throne itself, kind of on the side. Something that when you start to try to pull it loose, what you end up hearing is a click sound. And
I have trap sense. This is something
you're gonna
kill me.
Nope.
Okay.
It's not a trap.
Okay.
You hear a click behind you. You're not here on your on the map, but
sorry. I forgot.
Oh my gosh, this is driving me
watching the
nuts.
show. Here I am.
Let me see if I can remember how to do this.
Oh my god.
How do I do cut? Oh, I think the best thing I can do is just make this one thing visible. Yeah. In the center of the wall behind the throne, you hear the sound of a secret door unlocking.
Oh, it's like Skyrim.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This door was completely hidden in all of the wall decorations and the cavern shapes. But you found the secret lock for it. And it has unlocked, which just caused it just enough that you can see the faint outline of where this door is. It is not open, but it is unlocked.
No. Everyone, I know we have all kinds of secret doors to check out, but I found one more. This seems to be the most secret of the secret doors, Velynia said with some pride. And I look over at this town guard who I still don't entirely trust. I'm like, you there, plate mail. Care to go first?
It has a name.
Oh. Color me forgetful, I don't remember what it was.
It's
Well, short sword.
Deputy Icselo.
He called Velynia short sword.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I look over at Natalin. I want to do a sense motive on Natalin real quick. I want to see if Mama's got a little crush. It is 24.
Maybe you notice something that Natalin doesn't even know.
I know that look. I do look at you and I'm like, as I don't look back over at Icselo. I look at Natalin and I go, Deputy Icselo. Care to go first? You do have that big, scary shield after all.
I suppose I should. With my big, scary shield.
Be my guest? And I like gesture at I like gesture at where the door is, and I imagine once Velynia points it out you can see it fairly clearly.
Okay. Hold on a second. There's a little something going on behind the scenes.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck, dude? Let me just keep it. What are you doing? I'm just gonna have rabies by the end of this. I know it.
So I had to roll a d20, and I used 4 domain dice to get it above a 4 on the die.
What the fuck?
I
Why?
rolled a 2, then a nat 1, then a 3, then a 4 or something. Yeah,
Okay.
it was like...
I think you rolled like 2 nat ones. I was watching.
Yeah.
So if you were watching Owlbear Rodeo, you could see the mysterious die rolls. And if you were watching the screen, you could see domain dice disappearing. In the private chat with Lumi, I see domain die. ×2, ×3, Jesus, ×4.
I totally missed all of that I was even able to see.
And I'm trying to manage
Why
that
were you
while
rolling all
keeping
that?
an ear on what you and Icselo are doing.
Oh, we're just bickering.
That's because you were spending far too much time looking at Natalin and trying to see if
Yeah,
she's got a crush.
you're right. Priorities.
While this is happening and before...
Hold on.
While the two of them are, or all of them are having their conversation, and it looks like, Velynia, you've shown Icselo the door to try to get him to open it. Once again, because of previous reasons, Velynia does not see this, but you do, Lumi. As a single monarch butterfly is flying just above and behind Velynia, and you watch it as it flits through the room, and it kind of flies near you, and the butterfly will flit around you, and if you hold your finger out, it does a light on your finger for a moment, and then it lifts up and it flies around the corner here,
Mm-hmm. She will follow it, 100%.
And it lands on this door.
The left-hander?
And yeah, this door right here.
Yeah.
It lands on this door, and it sort of, as it lands, it just sort of does that thing where it splays its wings out completely before folding them back up, and then it just sort of stays there alighted on that door. Icselo, are you opening the secret door? You're muted.
Yes, I'm opening the secret tunnel.
How brave.
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
I turn to Lumi while they're dealing with the tunnel. What is it, Lumi?
And that's when she would open the door.
Oh, God. Let's split the party.
Mm-hmm.
Lumi.
Everyone take a door.
Everyone choose one. We'll open them all at the same time.
Lumi, you open the butterfly door, and you see. Give me a second here. What is that? Okay. You see. Find it here.
Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like this one bit.
Giant spider.
Okay.
I thought it was a spider.
Spider.
This looks like scratches or
Giant
something.
So you look into a tunnel, sort of a tunnel that leads into a larger cavern space, where you see thick sheets of spider webs hanging from the wall, ceiling, and floor of the cavern. They're not only creating like they're hanging in curtains from the walls and the ceiling. They seem to crisscross, creating a walkable space. Think very much like in Baldur's Gate, in various places where you see the spider webs. But because there's so many of them, it is kind of difficult to gauge the total true size of this space. But you're kind of seeing into it that you can see quite a ways into this space, and all you see are spider webs.
She will hold out her finger, like, and try to gently get the butterfly to stay on her finger. She'll have her star knife in the other hand, and she will bravely step into this room, letting her cobalt dark vision give her the lay of the land as she steps in.
Okay.
Guided by this butterfly.
Natalin, you see Lumi stepping into the side chamber as...
I will follow her.
Give me a second. I gotta jump around here a little bit. It might actually be a little easier here.
All right, Jake's got to load 30 spiders into the initiative.
No, I'm just...
tracker.
I
Give
got...
him a minute.
You guys are...
Okay.
You're in the same room, but you're kind of splitting up, opening two doors simultaneously. And I've just got to find the entries, so I'm getting the right information. Oh, okay. That's why. Icselo. Initially, as you open this door, you see a long, narrow tunnel that looks to be about maybe 15 feet or so, ending in another closed door. Millie, if that's where you actually are, you see Natalin and Lumi, particularly Lumi, heading towards the door to the west. And Cruncher is staying by your side, Lumi. Or Millie. Millie, Tamiko, you're muted.
Oh, I said he's just a little baby.
I'm your baby.
Oh, what's going on here? There's one door, there's another door. Which door? I don't think we should split up.
The voice of reason.
Lumi?
Lumi,
Lumi?
you step forward into the room, and you find that the floor is slightly sticky. You're able to walk on the webbing, but your feet do sort of stick to it a little bit. This entire chamber will be difficult terrain.
Ooh.
Shouldn't Lumi know better? Like, there were just
Lumi's
giant spiders in the room we
Lumi
came
will
in
periodically. Well, Lumi's looking down at the butterfly on her finger and gauging its actions or inactions. As the little like a dowsing rod, so to speak, little compass. And it sits there on her finger, and she'll continue to press into the room. She will, very light on foot. If you'll make me make a stealth roll, I will. But she's going to make a light on foot, trying to be stealthy.
And
Approaching
Natalin,
into the room more.
Natalin will follow at about 10 feet, just back far enough that if there is something that Lumi gets in trouble, that Natalin doesn't also get caught with it, but close enough that she can get to Lumi in an instant if needed.
Lumi, the butterfly lifts off your finger and begins lazily sort of flying around in the chamber in this direction.
And she will cautiously
Stop.
keep it within eyesight.
Stop.
And she will follow it. Yep, I'm no longer moving.
God.
And I am also moving stealthily, like Lumi is as light-footed as I possibly can. The air buffeting around me.
I need a moment.
This would be a crazy good illusion if this was a.
They're just
With-
going. They're just going into this room. Pork chop. Pork chop.
Icselo doesn't know pork chop. Icselo, for some reason, Millie is yelling out pork chop.
Damn it. Velynia curses under her breath.
Why is this? Oh my
And she's like,
gosh.
Icselo, come on. I think this can wait. Nothing immediately here.
I'll
There we go.
turn to follow you as well.
It's like pork chop that is, I guess.
I love pork.
Lumi.
I look at Millie. I'm like, what did she do?
Lumi.
I don't know what she's doing. She just started walking through the door, and she's just walking.
Lumi, as you... I got the wrong thing selected. As you step here... This thing... Oh my gosh. I'm having an issue with the Owlbear Rodeo right now. Here we go. Nope. Sweet mother of Christmas. As you step into that particular section of web, you feel one of the web curtains that was sort of coming down almost like a triangular sail sort of ping, and a bunch of boulders drop from the ceiling on top of you.
It's good knowing.
You
Is that a
are
reflex save?
you need to make a reflex saving throw. Basic reflex save.
29. She's so
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
so
You will
quick.
take half damage.
Mhm.
So you'll take 3 damage.
As pebbles
good
land upon
shot.
her.
Ow. Ow.
And at that same instance as the as the rocks fall and you don't die. Flip back here. What the hell? Oh. I have 2 notebooks here. I grabbed the notes and it says, I start seeing stuff about the moon and Algernon and Persephone, and I'm like, wait a minute. Tune in Thursday to see those notes in action. Okay. Lumi, as you sort of dodge out of the way, most of the rocks sort of bouncing off of the web and clattering down. You hear below you as rocks fall an even further distance. Natalin, you hear the sound as well. But much more so than they should from simple rocks bouncing on the web. You're feeling a little bit of motion to the web as... Oops. That's why.
Ooh, nope.
Ruh-roh.
Damn it.
As 4 hunting spiders descend from the ceiling, climbing down web curtains, and they move into these positions here, staying a little bit away from you. And then, in a bizarre parody of one of those silk dancers, a creature with pale white skin and long clawed fingers at the end of its hands slowly descends down and lands near you, Lumi. As this creature
Oh, God. I hate it.
looks at you, turns its head, and you hear, "It's been some time since anyone has visited Lord Longfinger's lairs. Did you bring me juicy meat treats for my children? I hope so." And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, God. Super glad we listened to Desna. She's kicking ass lately. Damn it.
Note to self: never call snackies meat treats.
Juicy meat treats.
Everything is
note to
so
everyone.
hungry down here.
Everything is hungry.
Right.
Everything is
Do you guys-
so hungry down here.
Do you guys know that you can just like go up top and there's all kinds of stuff to eat there?
Honestly, you
Do
could set up a
not tell them
restaurant down
that.
here. You could just set up a restaurant down here that caters to these people, and
Makes
Dude.
so much
booming
money.
business. A booming
All
business.
you gotta do is just set them up with DoorDash and like
Yeah, right.
There we go.
you're the
Give them a promo code for their first 6 orders being free. Yeah, exactly. Cool.
When
Dude,
Hook 'em for life.
done.
when I teased Lumi with the
Long fingers.
perception check, I didn't expect you to be so persistent, and then I didn't expect you to so eagerly follow. So yeah, you guys have one of those moments where you've gone to all but one of the doors, opened them up to see what's on the other side, and then Kaeryn will know exactly what I'm talking about. As you're planning to go north to figure out what's up there, all of a sudden Gary's gone off to the west to see what's over there.
And all of a sudden, you don't even understand, but you're rolling initiative and you're fighting
He's
for
like,
some
"Wait,
reason.
why do I hear sounds of combat? Where's Gary?"
Listen, Lumi is quite a religious character at the end of the day.
This is
Yes.
This is a sign. Oh God.
The only reason I asked that question is I was like 90% sure that the answer was yes. Normally I wouldn't ask such a leading question. But anyway.
Your God's gonna have some explaining to do.
Remarkable, everyone.
So, yeah, we'll see what happens next week. Wait a minute. I will have to double check, but there is a good chance that we will not be playing next Monday. Next Tuesday is mine and my wife's 30th anniversary.
Ooh,
And
Congratulations.
thank you. We are taking a weekend, well, Sunday to Monday. We are going up to Empire, Michigan for a getaway and visiting the area, and we're not planning on getting home until way later in the day on Monday. I took Monday and Tuesday off of work, so I'm just going to say it now. We're not going to play on next Monday.
Okay.
So in 2 weeks, we will find out what happens with this crew and their newfound cruncher friend and their newfound spider friends and the
we need to
Cruncher
just
likes
let
eating
Liz in here.
spiders. Yeah.
the albino Lord Longfingers.
Liz, sick him.
I'm not letting Liz anywhere near that business. Are you
Chopper,
kidding?
sick
You
balls.
want to wait? You want to send a bull-sized lizard onto webs?
I'm nervous to walk on it myself.
Lumi's fine. She weighs like 60 pounds.
Oh boy.
Well, thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. Super shouts to
Shouts out.
Shouts out. Shouts
It's like
out.
attorneys general.
Yeah. Cari with the 52-month subscription. Hawkmere gave out 10 community subs and gave them all to me. Well, not the subs, but the domain dice.
And he resubbed.
And then resubbed, realizing that he hadn't resubbed. Hawkmere, thank you for 25 months. Baron gave out 5 community subs. Oh wait, how did I miss this?
What, Skylar?
I totally missed Skylar giving out subs, so I did not award you those.
What?
So Skylar 24.
That's bullshit.
If you're still here, I apologize that I did not see that. There were a bunch coming in. I think we broke our record on Hype Train. We hit a Hype Train level 5. And you guys brought it. We're like 50% to this month's sub goal. So let me get you those domain days so I don't forget. Thank you, Skylar, for that. Whoops, not 555.
505.
I think the most
so many.
that
We'll
any
never fail a roll again.
the most domain dice that any game has ever had was around 160 or 170 or something.
That was
like
Dawnbringers, wasn't it?
Yeah, Dawnbringers I think hit something like 175.
Listen, I don't feel bad about burning through 4 of them there. We got
No, you
lots.
should never feel bad
No,
about them.
Why would you? Ever. That's
So,
why they're there.
Yeah, so thank you
This-
again to all of the amazing folks who gifted subs and subbed themselves. Always appreciate it. It's things like that that help to be able to create cool merch, be able to create the streams with all of the flash and bells and whistles that I do, and so I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. Active chat tonight I couldn't keep up with like I wish I could, but I do appreciate seeing everybody in there and having their conversations and all that good stuff. And of course, as always, a tremendous, huge thank you to these amazing players. This is Baron's 3rd session with us. The rest of you have been here for 26 sessions. But everybody's... I love the dynamic here. You guys do not have any qualms about both working together and immediately splitting the party. And if you could see our side chat, you know that these players, you guys are amazing at playing true to your characters. Recognizing that, oh man, I was thinking specifically Violet's like, oh man, I really want that lizard, but Lumi is terrified and wants nothing to do with this lizard, and you're playing true to that, and I love that you guys always do that, and knowing that you see what is an obviously dangerous path, that's what I'm doing. I'm following the butterfly. So thank you all for just always bringing it in these games. We play these games to escape reality for a couple hours, play make-believe, and have fun doing so together. So thank you for sharing in these stories with me, Vi, Kaeryn, Tamiko, Cari, and Baron. Without whom, this would just be me talking to myself for a couple hours. With that, we're going to go ahead and end this stream the same way we end every stream. You can say it with me if you want.
Dare I say, this is Lumi's fault.